All right, we're back again to a feast occasion for the family. We have a family gathering and we have soul food. You think that's food there on that table? Yeah, Big Mama cooked it because back then it was real food because we grew our own food. We was eating the traditional dishes of our ancestors. And I'm not talking about no slavery. That's a myth. The only slaves in America was white people. They've been lied to. And we was prisoners of war. Yeah. And all that beating and suffering you saw upon us in these movies, it wasn't white people. Them Ku Klux Klan you think was white people. No. You've heard of the Black Hand, right? Why do you just say Black Hand? Because they didn't have the intelligence to wear gloves. They had white robes. They didn't have no gloves on their hands, so we saw the Black Hand. Don't believe me. Do your own research. They painted this picture of black and white to keep separation going on, to keep you looking at them as your enemy. While the colored people, who are white people, create an organization for you to be free. Wow, what a head job. Yeah, Elijah Muhammad told us the colored people are the Caucasian white man. And you thought they was your people. No. That's the benefit of studying everybody, getting all this knowledge, because you put it together as a puzzle. Everything relates. A lot of y'all was thinking all y'all life that colored people was black people. No, they're not. Look at W.W. Du Bois. You think he's black? So-called black? Because black is not really identify human people. And you calling yourself black, you putting yourself outside of humanity. And you wonder why you don't not respect it. You don't respect yourself. Your ancestors never called themselves black. That's a slave term. Yeah, this is the message I bring, and I will be repeating it and repeating it until the time is in for me repeating it. Because that's the soul foods you need: family, tribes. And there's a lot of hatred among you all in the family. I heard of an instance where a brother was hating another brother because he didn't attend the family funeral of his mother, of their mother. Now, when they was alive, when the mother was alive, the brother was doing his best to take care of her while she was alive, moving her into a better neighborhood so her and her daughter would not be molested by the evil elements in that neighborhood. So this older brother moved her to a safe neighborhood. And for that, he was mocked and scorned because he didn't talk to nobody. Who was he to talk to? No one's cared where she lived at. They was being molested. No one cared about her then. So yes, the older brother missed the funeral. And for that, the younger brother said, oh, I hated him. That is the same brother who came to the house when he was moving his mother with a gun, threatening him. He didn't actually threaten him, he just brought a gun, set it down on the table. The older brother looked at him and laughed because he was ready to give his life for his mother. He loved her so much. Yes, he didn't care about the gun or what the brother intended on using it. If he didn't intend on using it, why did he bring it? Let's show you how Satan operated in these Christians. They are following Satan all the time, thinking they're doing God's work. He brought the gun because his wife told him to. His wife, who had nothing to do with our mother, influenced him. He's a big bad war hero. And all the time she was there. I don't know if he was paying the rent or whatever, but they was being molested. Her and my sister by evil elements in the neighborhood. I had to chase one of them away. Out of our house. Out of the house of my mother. I had to chase him. Yeah, he knew members of our family, but it was evil. And so when I moved her to a nice place, everybody got on me, the older brother. And they hid her from me. I didn't know where she was. Found out later, the sisters moved her out of state, out of city to another city. Because nobody wanted to take care of her. They didn't want me to take care of her, but they didn't want to take care of her. To prove that, they moved her in a house by herself. The hatred they had for her, making her, their mother, who got 7 children, live by herself. Not even the sister who was living with her. So they killed her too. Because after the mother passed, the sister had no one to comfort her, no one to love, to be around her. She passed too. So these murderers in my family got the gall to be angry at me. And I was the one who's trying to save the mother and the sister. Let's show you how Satan got these Christians. They didn't even know the religion is evil. They don't know that. If they studied the lessons, they'll find out that in the lessons we say, what people represent the lower self. Those who were cast out of the garden. And those who accept their religion. Very low vibrating people. We chase them out of the holy city, chase them out of the Garden of Eden. You wasn't there to be chased out because you wasn't that people. But he taught you their filthy religion. Now, you're not held to task if you followed it because it was pains of death they had to pretend like you followed it. We're talking the ones who accepted it. Then the ones who are cursed. There's a difference between accepting something and following something. You can follow something and not accept it. Yeah, it was pains of death. You had to follow it. Looked like you was a Christian. Couldn't wear your holy garb. But when they talk about, do you accept Jesus to be your Savior? Now that's a sin. When you accept that in your heart, you actually accept that. That makes you a very low vibrating people, full of hatred. What the low what do the lower self breeds? This is why you hate. Hate is the first thing. That show you who they are. And he confessed this to me. I'm not making something up. He told me, "Say I hated you, brother." Hate is the first thing of what the lower self breeds. I'm glad we got this family reunion because I keep everything out in the open at this family gathering. And I'm sure other people can benefit as well. Oh, I love we put this internet together because we can communicate. We can communicate. It's beautiful. Okay, let's talk about these lower vibrating, lower self. Hatred. What's the next one? Slander. Now, my brother told me that that was slander against me all the time I was away, talking against me. That's low vibration. Why would you want to slander someone if they're not right? Don't mention them. But if you're slandering them, that shows something wrong with you. Okay, keep going. What's next? Hatred, slander, lewdness. Lewdness. This is what we got now with these, let's change the topic for a minute. With Jeff's people. You know what I mean when I say Jeff's people. And I'm not talking about Mutt and Jeff. Go study that. All the files they got on Jeff's people. How did he get into that lewd behavior? What's the source of all that? It began with hatred against God's people and slander against God's people. And that what drives them into lewdness, lewd behavior, because they're hateful and slanderous. Not only that, because that's a whole list of things these people are guilty of. After lewdness comes murder. Yes. After you hated them and slandered them, and all the lewdness you do because of that, you say, well, I didn't use them, let's murder them. You know, like they did Joseph because he had the zodiac around him. He representing all the vibrations of the universe. He was a chosen one. They call it Code of 12 Colors. Yeah, that's the zodiac. They hated him because he was the Holy One. The one who came here remembering the love of his father. Yeah, that was the grandfather who returned. The 12th son. The youngest and the wisest. We're not finished with that list now. We're talking about the low vibrating people. We said hatred was the first, then slander, then murder. No, lewdness, the lewd behavior. Then murder, and then theft. Theft. They just steal. Let's talk about something personal. When I left, I locked things in the closet. I'm thinking nobody's going to break. I don't know what I was thinking. You think people not going to break the lock off? What? what possessed me to think some are gonna respect a closet with a lock on it? That was silly of me. And then I see them wearing my clothes, my cousins, just like it's theirs. Clothes I purchased in the Bahamas and other places, just wearing it like it's theirs. That's theft. They know it's not their clothes. I had my suits and things. I had other things we're not gonna mention here. They just took it. Just they don't, people steal. They don't even think about the consequence of stealing. So that's it. This is how you identify low vibration people, the lower self, the shadow of us who will pass away. First thing is hatred, slander, lewdness, murder, thefts, and everything that harms. Even now, they can't come around righteousness because they're vibrating at a very low rate. If you got that religion, that filthy religion keeps them that way. The truth has to be said, y'all. And I bring it before the table and I tell the world we don't believe in secrets. There's no family secrets. Not from me. Am I perfect? Hell no. But I've been on that road for perfection all my life. And that's a blessing to the family who can accept me. If you would learn from me, you would be a lot further away, further off in life than you are. You'd be more prosperous. You have more spirituality. You know what's going on in the world, how to protect yourself and what's coming. It's really already here. But you abandon God, Allah. The devil calls himself God. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah, all that's in the lessons. The title, what title does the devil calls himself? God. So you think you're calling on the creator, Allah, and you calling on Satan. Anyway, that's it. Thank y'all for listening. Well, I did that in 15 minutes. Oh, 19 minutes. Just on the deadline.